Welcome, and we're back with another Top of the Pops reaction episode. No opening titles in this one.
Have we got a party or have we got a party? Hi everybody, I'm Tommy Benson. Welcome once again to Top of the Pops. Oh, whatever is going to break out tonight. Starting with this bit of a menu to see what's on the show. We'll be joining
so no opening titles, but kind of like a preview. This episode, by the way, is from October 16th, 1980, 40 years ago today.
We'll see the return of Showaddywaddy after some considerable time with their new single. And capture a gentleman called Adam and the Ants, who's getting a big
so look, some unusual stuff on tonight's episode, or today's episode, if you're watching this in the daytime.
The atmosphere is absolutely wonderful. It's just like New Year's Eve. I tell you what, let's start off with the number 3 record in the charts at the moment. It's by a group called Madness, and they're in baggy trousers.
Alright, okay. That's a pretty good start. Baggy Trousers by Madness at number 3 in the singles chart in this week that contains the 16th of October. So thank you for joining me again. Madness, what to say about them? Great band. I've been kind of a minor fan of theirs, as in, like, I've been a little bit of a fan, not that I've been a fan and down the mines. Oh dear, it's going to be one of those days, isn't it? But been a fan of theirs of a fashion for many years. Never really had any of their albums, apart from a greatest hits album of theirs that I had on cassette many years ago. But I do like Madness. Of course, this is in the ska/two-tone vein. So, as I say, 16th of October 1980, episode of Top of the Pops. Tommy Vance is your host. Thank you for joining me again. This is the first episode from 1980 that I've ever reacted to. Needless to say, I probably didn't watch this when it was originally on, as I would have been 3 months old. Maybe my mother would have had it on in the background while she was feeding me or changing my nappy or something. I don't want to go down that road. Needless to say, I don't remember seeing this episode or even a repeat of it anywhere. Like I say, the first episode from the early 1980s I think I've reacted to. And I think this looks like a bit of a weird sort of mix, really. There's kind of some 70s hangovers here from, like, Showaddywaddy, for fuck's sake. And then we've got acts who were formed in, like, the very late 70s, early 80s, who made it bigger as the decade progressed, such as Madness and Adam and the Ants, who are on the way.
Now, they always say that good things come in small packages, so I think I'll introduce you to one of the nicest small packages I know, a lady by the name of Suzi Quatro. Come here, Suzi. How are you, darling?
Hi, first of all, let's cut you down to size. Get off of there.
I've always wanted to be dragged around by her. What are you doing in this country?
Could be arranged.
Oh, dear.
I'm in the country promoting, we have a new single out right now from the movie Times Square called Rock Hard, one of them.
Right.
And the album comes out in 3 weeks by the same name, and that's what we're doing here.
Okay, I've got the album actually here, which is a nice sleeve. I love you wearing that gear. You always
Like
look
the
so
leather.
good. Yeah.
It wouldn't fit you.
Okay, I won't try it on then.
Weird guy.
Listen, you're doing a tour abroad at the moment. When are you
Yes.
going to come back here and do a tour in this country?
We're going far, far east, and then we go over to America, and then we're coming back here.
This is the longest interview I've ever known on a Top of the
Wish
Pops.
you luck with that.
Thank you.
Usually on the rare occasions for later episodes. No, I don't like Showaddywaddy. Usually on the rarer occasions in later episodes where they've, like, sort of briefly interviewed someone who's been at number 1 or something, like they'll say, "Oh, how does it feel to be at number 1? Yeah, great!" And then that's it. Only Suzi Quatro nearly gets to tell a life story. So here is Showaddywaddy. I don't think these guys were the coolest, even during their, what would have been mid to late 70s heyday. I mean, they're a bit of a throwback, aren't they? Very sort of safe 1950s rock and roll look. This guy here with a really garish pink suit on. I don't think they announced the track title either, did they? So that'll be something that I've got to look up. I say it every time, I'm going to say it again. If there's anything interesting that I need to clarify or make a note of, then you'll see it on the screen. For instance, the title of this song. Not that I think that's particularly interesting, as this isn't floating my boat at all. So Madness was on first, Baggy Trousers. I enjoyed that. I don't think it's Madness's best single for me. If I had to pick my favourite Madness single, it'd be an easy one for me actually. It's probably not one many people would pick, but I love it. Michael Palin, which came out I think 85 or 86. Go and look that one up if you've never heard it. I don't think it reached the top 10, but I love that track, I really do. It Must Be Love, their cover of the Labby Sifra track, is good as well. I'm talking about Madness over Showaddywaddy here. Yeah, this is kind of crap, innit? This is pretty bad. I don't know, it just seems really out of place, even in 1980s. Like, I just wasn't expecting to like react to a Showaddywaddy performance on a 1980s episode of Top of the Pops, albeit very early 1980s. But yeah, I'm glad that's over.
You know, when you say the name Barbra Streisand, you introduce into your conversation a name that means a lot of talent. And here's a lot more talent. This is Legs & Co. interpreting Miss Streisand's #9 hit of the moment. It's called A Woman in Love.
Alright, so Woman in Love by Barbra Streisand. Jason Clow, not sit with a mum would be pleased, because he's a really big fan of Babs. Expect to see some ranting in the comments from Southampton's fartiest man. So Legs & Co here, dancing to Woman in Love. As maybe the BBC didn't have the rights to show the promo video, because I would have thought there would have been a promo video for this. I couldn't say for certain, and obviously Babs isn't available for an actual studio performance at Television Centre in London. So Barbra Streisand needs little introduction from me. Massive star of both screen and wax. I could have put that better, I'm sure. Massive singer, massive movie actress, particularly around this kind of 1970s, getting on towards the 80s period. Never been a singer that I've particularly enjoyed, never really enjoyed her style of music. It's always felt kind of a little too easy listening for me, but I remember this single. It's alright. It's not something I would choose to listen to, but I don't think it's a bad song all in all. It's an improvement on Showaddywaddy, that's for sure. This was still quite commonplace during the turn of the decade, where if they didn't show a promo video, and I don't think they showed many promo videos still in the early 80s, even though it was kind of more of a popular thing from the mid-70s onwards, generally in the music biz. But they'd get the dance troupe on. At this point, Legs & Co. I think the original and the more famous dance troupe were Pan's People, who started out in the late 60s, I think, all the way through into the 70s. Who was the dance troupe who replaced Legs & Co., which would have been pretty soon after this, maybe 1981 or 82 maybe? Might have been Zoo. Possibly. Yeah, that was alright. Not really fond of Streisand, but
A
fine.
number of albums come out every month, but every once in a while we see the release of the latest Monty Python album, which I have now in my hot little sticky hand. It's called the Monty Python Contractual Album, and part of the Monty Python team is, of course, Mr. Michael Palin. Can I introduce him to you?
Another interview. Weird episode, this. There seems to be more sort of interviewing going on than anything else.
Oh, that's all right. I'd just like to ask you, some of the material contained herein, this album of yours, I believe is a little bit, should we say, risque, and the IBA have disallowed it from being commercially advertised. How do you feel?
That's right, Tommy. Well, Tom, I'm shattered, you know.
Yeah, it can't be commercially advertised, but the BBC, who, let's remember, as a public broadcaster, aren't actually allowed to do overt advertising. They slip in a nice plug here. Crafty buggers.
No, we're just going to have to rely on our earnings from films, TV and books, socks. Python underwear.
I've seen the Python underwear. I must say that's very good.
I bloody love Monty Python, by the way.
No, I don't think you're actually, no, not with what you've got.
If you know me, then that probably goes without saying, but...
There in the United States of America, I think you did a big performance at the Hollywood Bowl.
We did 4 nights live at the Hollywood Bowl. And it's a lovely bowl, it was wonderful. We actually trod the same...
Yeah, live at the Hollywood Bowl, that came out on DVD. It might be on Netflix now, actually, though, if I think it is. At the time of me recording this, anyway.
But we just tried to get people still on the stage, they still wouldn't.
If you happen to go on Netflix to search for Monty Python live at the Hollywood Bowl after watching this today, and it's not on anymore, I'm sorry, but it was at the time of recording.
They're called
Yeah,
Adam and the
I'll
Ants.
try, but I'm shattered at the moment by the ban on the album. Yeah.
God, this-
Adam
Another
and the Ants.
really long interview. There's a lot of filler
Dog eat dog.
with non-music stuff. This is not like a Top of the Pops that I'm familiar with. So here is Adam and the Ants. Palin and or Vance may have said what the track name was, but I was talking over it. I apologise for that. I'll put it on screen unless I figure it out at some point during the course of this track. Oh, I know this one. And I like this one. I just can't remember the name. So, Adam and the Ants, like Madness, you know, they would have been formed... Oh, it's Dog Eat Dog. Dog Eat Dog, of course. Yeah. Thank you for that, Adam Ant. Adam and the Ants would have been formed, you know, late 70s. Originally kind of a punk or a post-punk band, I think, really. But they got their biggest hits from the early 80s onwards, really. You know, when someone says Madness, Adam and the Ants, for me, I instantly think, decade-wise, 1980s, even though they would have started a little before. But yeah, I like this. This is good. What have I thought of the episode so far? A little bit underwhelming. I mean, this has probably been my favourite song on it. Madness was pretty good. Like I said, not my very favourite Madness track, but still one that I enjoy. Showaddywaddy was, I think, a load of old shite. And Barbara Streisand was alright, you know, below average. Dog Eat Dog, Adam and the Ants, very good. Not sure what position this was in the chart. I'm assuming we'll get a chart rundown of some description soon. Unless they did away with that, just to have all these celebrity interviews with Suzi Quatro and Michael Palin. Obviously, Top of the Pops has been through a lot of different and various format changes over the years, and this was obviously during a period where they were bringing on more people just to sort of chat. And I think they did away with that probably fairly early on in the 80s. Some very obvious miming there from Adam Ant, given that he's nowhere near his microphone. I seem to make that complaint on many episodes of this reaction series, where it's like, I go away and think about it, or go away and do the editing, and it's like, well, yeah, that happened quite a lot. Why do I keep bringing it up? You know, it's no big deal, really, that there's some bad miming going on.
Well, I never knew that I'd end up as Michael Palin's Thursday night snack, but there you go. That was Adam and the Ants. And every once in a while, you see a band who are going to make it, and I think they will. It's 37 in the charts. It was called Dog Eat Dog. And as I said, it was Adam and the Ants. Now,
37.
an album that's coming out very, very shortly in this country is this one. And a lot of people are really looking forward to getting it on the turntables. It's the new album by Stevie Wonder, and it's called Hotter Than July. Now, some other pop news is that...
Another kind of advert there, isn't it?
For a long, long time, that the two people who make up Dollar...
I can understand them advertising Python to an extent, because they were a BBC thing originally, but Stevie Wonder...
announced that they are going to get engaged, and here they are in the studio, and it's nice.
Oh, bloody hell, another interview! And Dollar, oh god, Davy Van Day, one of the biggest pricks in the industry.
And the lucky recipient of the diamonds. Can I see the ring? Can you see that on that camera? That's amazing. How much did it cost him?
I don't know.
Of course, that really is traditional. You should always keep it a secret.
That's right.
You got a single out as well. What's the title of it?
Sir, we have, thank you very much, before your very eyes.
Taking a chance on you.
Taking a chance
Yes.
on you, how's that one?
Very
Well,
appropriate
dollar.
title. Hmm?
It is indeed. Well, I'm sure you don't want to change your mind.
Well, how much?
How about $1? No, seriously, David. and
What a
Teresa,
weird episode this is, just all this chat.
Good luck for the rest of your life.
Oh, thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Let's hope that their record's going to be in the charts soon. Talking of the charts, let's
Oh
have a
good,
look
we've
at
got
them.
a chart rundown here from number 30.
At the number 30, I Owe You One by Shalimar. This week at number 29, What's in a Kiss by Gilbert O'Sullivan. At number 28, I Got You by Split Enz. At 27, Feels Like I'm in Love by Kelly Marie. This week up to number 26, Army Dreamers by Kate Bush. At number 25 this week, Special Brew by
Special
Bad
Brew,
Man.
Bad Manners.
At number
Good
24,
track.
All Out of Love, the Australian group Air Supply. At 23, Queen, Another One Bites the Dust. At 22, The Specials. And this week at number 21, the great and fine American jazz guitarist and singer by the name of George Benson, and Love Times Love.
Alright, so I think they played George Benson. Love Times Love.
Shuffling songs by George Benson on Amazon Music.
Alexa, stop. I'm sorry about that. I've got my headphones in, and I obviously set my Amazon Echo off. I'm surprised that's never happened before now. I don't know what I said to set it off. I said George Benson, didn't I? I need to be careful now. Don't know what happened there. If she started playing George Benson, then that'd be pretty pretty funny. But I'll find out in editing, I suppose. So this is Love Times Love at number 21. A little bit of a soul sort of thing. Tommy Vance called him a jazz guitarist, which is probably accurate. I've heard of George Benson, not familiar with any of his work really, even this song. And I don't know how high this got in the chart, but doesn't sound overly familiar to me, and I'm not massively enjoying it. It's alright, there again, it's a bit like Barbra Streisand for me, this. It's like, if it was on in the background, it wouldn't annoy me or offend me or irk me. But I'm not massively enjoying it either. I don't think this is a studio performance. It doesn't look like one. This looks like a specially filmed thing. Probably from somewhere in America. Unless, this could be the actual promo video, but I don't know. I get the feeling it isn't. I get the feeling like his record label or management or whatever just sent over this tape of him on a stage in an empty auditorium somewhere. I've not really got an awful lot to say about this. It is what it is, isn't it? It's soul, kind of a bit bland. There again, feels a little bit out of place in the chart in the 80s, but it's the turn of the decade, isn't it? You know, you have to expect sort of these 70s hangovers. And looking at the chart rundown earlier, there was a couple of hangovers, certainly. Some nice miming there from George Benson. He's a professional, certainly. Actually making an effort to look like he's playing his guitar properly and singing with his microphone there. I'm on about it again, bloody miming, aren't I? George Benson, everyone.
And that's the author that's number 21 this week in our charts, and I once saw him in concert in America, and he plays the most amazing jazz guitar. George Benson and the song called Love Times Love. Let's now all discover what's in the charts between 20 and 11. Gillan's in Trouble at number 20. This week at number 19, One Day I'll Fly Away by Randy Crawford. At number 18, Enola
Oh,
Gay,
good tune that. OMD, Enola Gay.
Same place as last week, Bob Marley and the Wailers. At 16, Searching by Change. At 15, You're Lying, That's My Links. At number 14, The Nolans and Gotta Pull Myself Together. Casanova is by Coffee at number 13. At number 12, Killer on the Loose by Thin Lizzy. And this week at number 11, Amigo, that's by Black Slate. And now, let's discover what's at number 10. It's by a bunch of guys who started out as rockabilly rebels. Now they're asking about love, and the name of the band is Matchbox.
So this is Matchbox, and the track is called Asking About Love. Oh, bloody hell, if Showaddywaddy wasn't a bloody archaic, anachronistic band, check out Matchbox. Bloody hell, they make Showaddywaddy look almost cool, don't they? Oh, God. This is a bizarre episode, this. None of the music I've been really excited by. I liked Adam and the Ants, and I quite like Madness, and that's been about it. The rest of it has been kind of poor at best, really. And I mean, look at that guy with his massive bloody Deirdre Barlow glasses on. And his quiff. Was this stuff really popular in 1980? I mean, I know you've got like your older generations buying records, you know. If you think about it, people who are in the teens, in the 20s, in the mid-late 50s, I mean, they'd be, you know, 30, 35 years older. I think I've got that right. Yeah. No, 25, 30 years older. I can't do maths just like that. So they're going to be what, like, you know, middle-aged or older now, and you know, maybe this reminds them of their childhood. Maybe, I don't know. It just seems really kind of, what's the word, homogenous and overproduced and just cheesy. And not even in kind of like an ironic, amusing way. This is just sort of like pure cheese with no sense of irony and not even any sense of fun for me, although I'm sure these guys are having fun. Even that bored looking bloke who's playing the double bass. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad, that. Strange times.
And that's at number 10 in the charts. It's Matchbox, and when you
Oh, but
ask
at number
about
10,
just
bloody
on
hell.
a very extensive European tour, because over on the continent of Europe they're becoming big stars as well. Now I'm going to introduce you to a band who've made countless hit records, and the length of this guy's tongue continually still foxes me. At number 25 in the charts, here's Bad Manners.
Ah, this is more like it. So another ska / two-tone kind of deal here. After Madness, we get Bad Manners and Special Brew. Now this is a good song, this. Yeah. If there's a better song than Special Brew on this track, on this episode, I'll be amazed. I think this is a track that's been used in adverts quite recently, in recent years. There he is, Buster Blood Vessel, the lead singer of Bad Manners. An unusual setup there. I actually thought that was a wheelchair for a split second, and then I realised because he's rocking, it's a rocking chair. Could have been a rocking wheelchair, I suppose. If such a thing exists. Special Brew, Bad Manners. I'm trying to think of any other Bad Manners hits. They would have had more hits than this. Was this their biggest one? It possibly was. Yeah, Strange Guy, Buster Blood Vessel. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. Now, there is a sense of irony, a sense of fun in this studio performance. You know, they've all got the grass skirts on, and they've done it out like a tropical island, and Buster's there on his rocking chair in the sun. We're doing some really weird gurning and faces there. This is nice, this is good. It's been quite a poor episode for music, and just these sort of extended interviews. Oh, blimey, he's just suddenly sprung into action. I guess I should have seen that coming, really. Knowing how fast the later bit is. Yeah, yeah. This is great, actually. You know, this is you know, it's a little bit novelty, but not in a bad kind of just really corny way. You know. Don't forget, we've still got the rise of Black Lace to come in this decade with bloody shit like Agadoo and Do the Conga. He's back on his rocking chair now, and they've all calmed down, all the band. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Lot of fun, good track. Oh, now we're getting the top 10.
Through probably a quarter Special Brew in one gulp. At number 25 in our charts, that was Bad Manners. And Special Brew. What's between 9 and 1? This is. Up to number 9, a woman of boundless talent, Barbara Streisand and Woman in Love.
Sorry, Jace.
Down to number 8, but still enjoying herself, Diana Ross and her old piano. Standing static at number 7, love this song, Odyssey, and if you're looking for a way out.
Don't kiss me again, 'cause I'm dying to keep you from running away.
Down to number 6, the master blaster himself, Stevie Wonder. And don't forget you saw the LP first, here on Top of the Pops. Blistering up from 27 to...
Well, Leroy Screwballs will be pleased. I think he's a bit of a Quo fan. He looks the sort, doesn't he?
And this week, up to number 4. Et les oiseaux chantaient, I think is the French title. Sweet People, and the birds were singing.
Okay.
You've seen them once, here they are again. Standing static at number 3. Madness with baggy trousers.
Keep hearing this in the background on this episode.
At number 2. For the moment, it's all a sort of by the left and good night. 2, 3, 4.
So there we are. No number 1, which was The Police, I believe, but that's been taken out already for copyright Gestapo reasons. And well, it remains to be seen if I'll have to take any more of this episode out myself when my reaction is uploaded. But they're playing out with DISCO by Ottawan. No, yeah, it's fine, it is what it is. But the credits are on, so that is my time to thank you all for watching, to thank all of my subscribers, all of my lovely patrons. There will be another Top of the Pops reaction coming along, I think next month sometime, so not too long to wait. But I hope you've enjoyed watching this along with me. Not been the strongest episode, admittedly, but I always find these fun just to sit and chat through anyway, and I hope you do too. And please, will you join me again for my next Top of the Pops reaction. Cheers, everyone! See ya!